I'm going to do my February book haul / balancing of the books. Things did not go well in the month of February for me. I got married, my mom was here, and I just wasn't really feeling it. You know, sometimes you're not feeling it, and I wasn't in February, so I read basically nothing.
You said things weren't going well for you? You
Oh.
got married?
I meant reading wise, Jake. Things in my life were going fantastic because we got married.
Okay.
That's very funny. Good catch. Good catch. Clearly I'm talking about reading. Jesus. Okay. So anyways, I guess we'll just do the quick balancing of the books and then I'll go into my TBR. I purchased 18 books or 18 things entered my house. I don't remember if I counted this small thing over here. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't really know how I count things as books or not. Magazines are kind of on the border and they confuse me. But anyways, I put 18 down on my paper here. And then I read 3 things, but those 3 things I purchased in the month of February. So I read nothing that was on, all right, let me rephrase that. I finished nothing that had been on my shelves prior to the month of February. And which means that I have a total plus of 15 books. So I added 15 books and roughly 3,700 pages to my TBR, which is not ideal. Oh, also not related, but I added a second coding to my goal. So now I'm going to be able to mark if it is graphic, translated, and then if it's a small book, and then which is less than 200 pages, and then if it's a big book, which will be more than 500 pages, which will be the opposite little side. We'll see if I get any of those this year. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, I added 15 books to my TBR, which is not fantastic. So we'll just really fast. The 3 things that I read are Chew, and I haven't filmed my wrap up at this point, but it's probably going to be 2 minutes long because I read 3 volumes of Chew, which is pretty sad. And I purchased those at Pegasus Bookstore in Bend on our little mini moon. And so I guess since I have started with those, we'll just keep going with the mini moon book purchases. And I will try to link bookstores down below. I don't 100% remember the names of the bookstores at this point. I did like I did stories on Instagram of the bookstores and the books that I got at each one. But I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. So I'm kind of going to go in backwards order. I did buy Built to Fail at Blockbuster, which is the last Blockbuster that exists. And it's in Bend, Oregon. And it's very exciting. And I can't wait to read this. I don't really know what's going to happen in it, but I'm so excited to read it. And then the bookstore prior to that, I think, was it called Herringbone, baby?
What?
The bookstore with the nice gentleman that gave us a wine glass for our wedding.
I don't know.
How disappointing. I thought he gave me a card. Oh, yes. Perfect. It is Herringbone Bookstore. So, Herringbone Bookstore. And this is in Redmond, Oregon. This is not in Bend. This is by an alpaca farm that we went to. So anyways, he was a really big fan of, oh my gosh, what is the first book in this series? The Shadow of the Wind. And I had just watched someone else's video on BookTube where they were saying that they don't like Shadow of the Wind. And I was like, it's so good. And he was like, I know. So, I bought more books in the series. I forget which one is which, but one of these is number 3 and one of them is number 4. And then, I also purchased this short story collection, which I guess has characters that are from the different books in here. And I am really excited to read these. I almost want to do something that I don't do, which is reread. I almost want to reread the first 2 books. I don't remember the second book very well. The first book, you can't forget. It's very memorable. But I don't remember the second book that much. So it kind of makes me want to reread them. But y'all, I have too many unread books. So I'm going to give myself a promise that I can start rereading books once my unread pile is below 1,200. I think that sounds fair. So anyways, then we went to a bookstore in Bend the night prior, and I just can't remember. Dudley's, maybe? I think it's called Dudley's. I am honestly really embarrassed that I don't have the names of these bookstores in front of me, but here I go. I've got books from them. So they were closing when we got there, so I was trying to be really, really fast, but this looked really intriguing and I had to pick it up. The Mirror of My Heart, 1,000 Years of Persian Poetry by Women. This is translated by Dick Davis. I'm kind of annoyed that it's translated by a man. That's kind of annoying, but you know, I'll have to Google this gentleman to see what he's about. I mean, obviously I'm going to still read it, but I'm kind of upset by that, to be honest with you. And then I purchased this cover just, you know, drew me to it. It's a New Directions paperback, so also great. All Fires the Fire by Julio Cortázar. I feel like I own other books by this person. No, I don't know. This is translated by Suzanne Jill Levine. And do you like how I'm not annoyed that this is translated by a woman? Whatever. So anyways, I had those two and I went to the register, and then I saw this right next to the register, and I had heard of Rilke by various people, and so I was like, yes, I need to start investigating that, please. So I'm very excited. I don't really know. It's letters, so it's not poetry. I know this is a poet, I'm pretty sure. And this is translated by Anita Barrows and Joanna Macy. And this is a Shambhala book, which I have never heard of. So pretty exciting. I love hearing about new small presses. Hopefully it's just a small press and not an imprint. And then the bookstore that we had gone to the day before was In Sisters, and I can't remember the name of it either. I'm honestly really upset with my performance today. Hopefully when I'm editing this, oh, and they gave me a recommendation for another book and I still don't even remember what their name is. Anyways, I asked for small presses and or translated things. And so the bookseller recommended this to me. She had not read it, but she knew that like a bunch of people were really enjoying it. It's The Ones Who Don't Say They Love You, stories by Maurice Carlos Ruffin. And this book is not translated, but it's from a small press. One World. Oh, it's a division of Random House. You know, sometimes things happen. I should have, well, whatever. She recommended it and I read the first like 2 sentences and I was like, yes, I would like to own this. So that's fine. I'm not upset, but this is an imprint of Penguin. So that's okay. Okay. And then I saw this and then I'm like, it's another Penguin book. I understand. I'm a hypocrite. That's okay. So the Penguin book of Exorcisms. I'm so excited. Really, really excited about this. See, these to me are like the reason that Penguin is fantastic, because they own everything almost. So they can do all of these like really weird, you know, I guess anthologies of all of these different things. So that to me is like the main reason that Penguin is great. But we need to support small presses. Okay, so then I'll just talk really fast about things that I received in the mail. I got 3 subscription things. The first is a Public Space number 30, which is from 2021. So I am starting to get the impression that this is a yearly service. And based on my experience with the last one that I read, I'm very, very, very excited to read this. And then I also received poetry from February 2022. This cover is pretty funny. It's people doing aerobics. And then I received my copy of Honest History, which is a native story for this issue. I forget if this comes out quarterly. It must, because it's so well done. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard for magazines like this to come out once a month. That would be a lot of work. And again, my friend Brooke puts these out, or she's, you know, the creator of this company. So I will link below because, oh, I feel so proud. I love having friends doing amazing things. So, you know, she put together, she puts different, each magazine has a different kind of like theme, and it's called Honest History, and it's for children. It's not necessarily for adults, but it is exciting that she is doing this. And the last books that I purchased are books for like book clubs. I did purchase The Roundhouse by Louise Erdrich, which I just mentioned in my weekly update that I just filmed, which is for a meetup group that's here in Portland. It's a new meetup group that I haven't joined, and I would like, there's no way I can read this in 2 days. We'll try. And the other 2 books are for BookTube price. So I've got Catch the Rabbit by Lana Bastasic, translated by the author. That's pretty exciting. And this is a Restless Books book. And then The Lost Art of Losing. The Art of Losing by Alice Zeniter. And this one is translated by Frank Wynne, which I've read something else translated by Frank Wynne. I'll have to look in my Goodreads. It is really exciting when you get to the point where like you recognize translators' names besides Megan McDowell and the one that does all of Elena Ferrante's books, whose names I can't think of right now. I think it's Anne. What is her name? Adam? Just kidding. Anyways, this book, is this by a small publisher? No, FSG. So that's fine. I will say I'm pumped because I got this book remaindered. So it costs like $10, which I'm all about. So anyways, those are the books that I purchased in the month of February. And I have not done the math to see what my book TBR is at the moment. Let's see, can I do it really fast? I started with $14.98. I added 12, which brought me to $15.10. I added 15, so now I'm at $15.25. I'm gonna do really good in March. Just you wait, as Hamilton says, I think. Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.